Hello everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, I hope so. So, on behalf of Intelletics, I welcome you all for the second test on English Language ICSE 10th Standard. Hi Kiran, welcome dear. See, this should help all my 10th standard friends so that you excel up in your studies, and जितने papers आप solve करेंगे उतना अच्छा रहेगा आपके लिए. So this is just what you can say, an effort, yeah, approach for helping up a small thing which we are doing. अच्छा, increase my voice. Kiran, you want me to increase my voice? Good, you told me. Just give me a moment, okay? Now am I audible? Now is it okay? Okay, fine. So let us begin with this. We are starting up with the second paper, okay? Second paper, second test on English language, okay? So maximum marks are 40. Time allowed is 1 hour inclusive of the reading time. All questions are compulsory, and the marks intended for questions are given in the brackets. You have to select the correct option for each of the following questions. Okay, now question number 1. Read the following passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. So I read the passage. Please listen to me carefully. I was never able to get over the feeling that plants and trees loved grandfather with as much tenderness he loved them. I was sitting beside him on the veranda steps one morning when I noticed the tendril of a creeping vine that was trailing near my feet. As we sat there in the soft sunshine of a North Indian winter, I saw that the tendril was moving very slowly away from me and towards grandfather. 20 minutes later, it had crossed the veranda step and was touching grandfather's feet. There is probably a scientific explanation for the plant's behavior, something to do with light and warmth. But I like to think that it moved that way simply because it was fond of grandfather. One felt like drawing close to him. Sometimes, when I sat alone beneath a tree, I would feel a little lonely or lost. But as soon as grandfather joined me, the garden would become a happy place and the tree itself more friendly. Grandfather had served many years in the Indian Forest Service, and so it was natural that he should know and understand and like trees. On his retirement from the service, he had built a bungalow in the outskirts of Dera, planting trees all around it, limes, mangoes, oranges, guavas, and also eucalyptus, jacaranda, and the Persian lilac. In the fertile Doon Valley, plants and trees grew tall and strong. There were other trees in the compound before the house was built, including an old peepal which had forced its way through the walls of an abandoned outhouse, knocking the bricks down with its vigorous growth. People trees are great show-offs. Even when there is no breeze, their broad-chested, slim-waisted leaves will spin like tops, determined to attract your attention and invite you into the shade. Grandmother had wanted the people tree cut down, but grandfather had said, let it be. We can always build another outhouse. Our gardener, Govind, who was a Hindu, was pleased that we had allowed the tree to live. People trees are sacred to Hindus, and some people believe that ghosts live in the branches of these trees. If we cut the tree down, wouldn't the ghost go away? I asked. I don't know, said grandfather. Perhaps they had come into the house. Govind wouldn't walk under the tree at night. He said that once, when he was a youth, he had wandered beneath a peepal tree late at night, and that something heavy had fallen with a thud on his shoulders. Since then, he had always walked with a slight stoop, he explained. Nonsense, said grandmother. Wouldn't believe in ghosts. He got his stoop from squatting on his haunches year after year, weeding with that tiny spade of his. I never saw any ghosts in our peepal tree. There are peepal trees all over India, and people sometimes leave offerings of milk and flowers beneath them to keep the spirits happy. But since no one left any offerings under our tree, I expect the ghosts left in disgust to look for peepal trees where there was both board and lodging. Grandfather was about 60, a lean, active man who still rode his bicycle at great speed. He had stopped climbing the trees a year previously when he had got to the top of the jackfruit tree and had been unable to come down again. We had to fetch a ladder for him. Grandfather bathed quite often but got back into his gardening clothes immediately after the bath. During meals, ladybirds or caterpillars would sometimes walk off his shirt sleeves and wander about on the tablecloth, and this always annoyed grandmother. She grumbled at grandfather a lot, but he didn't mind because he knew she loved him. And this extract has been taken from The Tree Lover, Rusty, the Boy from the Hills by Ruskin Bond. Thank you, Kiran Gaikwad, for this compliment. Okay, now we begin with the question sessions that are based on this particular paragraph. Okay, I hope you all have heard it properly. Okay, now we start with question A. For each word given below, choose the correct meaning as used in the passage from the options provided. And the first word given here is tenderness. And your options are A. Affection, B. Soreness, C. Youthfulness. And the answer here is affection. I hope you got it right. There are just three options given instead of four. Okay, we come to the next question. Question A, second sub question in that. Okay, explanation. And your options are A, an excuse or a pretext. Option B, a statement or account that makes something clear. Option C, a long-winded speech. Come on, answer. Hi, Mahi. Correct answer is B. Explanation is a statement or account that makes something clear. Now, question number A3, vigorous. And your options are A, strong, healthy, and full of energy. B. Manipulating and meandering. C. Timorous. The correct answer for this is A. Vigorous means strong, healthy, and full of energy. Kiran, I'm waiting for you to answer, but आपने answer दे रहे हो. Where is that smart girl? She's missing. She was there in the earlier session. Okay. Coming to the next question, number B. Why did the author feel that plants loved grandfather with as much tenderness as he loved them? And this question carries 2 marks. Options are A. He saw the tendril of a creeping vine move very slowly towards grandfather and cross the veranda step to touch grandfather's feet. B. Because the creeper moved as they sat there in the soft sunshine of a North Indian winter. It was something to do with light and warmth. C. He saw the tendril of a creeping vine moving very slowly towards him, crossing the veranda step to touch the author's feet. So the correct answer is A. The author felt that the plants loved grandfather with as much tenderness as he loved them because he saw the tendril of a creeping vine move very slowly towards grandfather and cross the veranda step to touch grandfather's feet. Coming to the next question, C. Where had grandfather worked for many years? And the options given are A. The Indian Revenue Service, B. The Botanical Gardens, C. The Indian Forest Service. Come on, tell me what's the answer. The correct answer is the Indian Forest Service. Grandfather had worked for many years in the Indian Forest Service. Coming to the next question, number D. Which trees did grandfather plant around his bungalow? A. Limes, mangoes, oranges, guavas, eucalyptus, jacaranda, the Persian lilac, and the peepal tree. B. Limes, mangoes, oranges, guavas, eucalyptus, jacaranda, and the Persian lilac. C. Creeper vines, limes, mangoes, oranges, guavas, eucalyptus, jacaranda, the Persian lilac, ladybirds, and caterpillars. The correct answer is B. Grandfather had planted limes, mangoes, oranges, guavas, eucalyptus, jacaranda, and the Persian lilac round his bungalow. Coming to the next question, number E. Why does the author say people trees are great show offs? And the options are A. Because there are people trees all over India and people sometimes leave offerings of milk and flowers beneath them to keep the spirits happy. B. Because even when there is no breeze, their broad chested, silken waisted leaves will spin like tops, determined to attract your attention and invite you into the shade. C. Because ghosts lived in people trees where there was both board and logic. So, what should be the answer for question E? The correct answer for question E is B. The author felt and said that the people trees are great show offs because Even when there is no breeze, their broad-chested, slim-waisted leaves will spin like tops, determined to attract your attention and invite you into the shade. Question number F. How do we know grandfather was fit? A. Because even at about 60, he was a lean, active man who still rode his bicycle at great speed. B. Because he climbed up but couldn't get down from the jackfruit tree. C. Because he planted so many trees around his bungalow all by himself. Answer me for question number F. And the correct answer is A. We know that the grandfather was fit because even at about 60, he was a lean, active man who still rode his bicycle at great speed. Now, question number G. Why did ladybirds or caterpillars sometimes wander about on the tablecloth? A. Because grandfather came straight to the dining table after his work in the garden. B. Because grandfather loved both plants and animals and liked to keep them near. C. Because grandfather wore his gardening clothes at meal times and they would wander off his short sleeves and onto the tablecloth. So answer me for question number G. So the correct answer for question number G is C. Ladybirds or caterpillars sometimes wander about on the tablecloth because grandfather wore his gardening clothes at meal times and they would wander off his shirt sleeves and onto the tablecloth. Coming to the next question, H. What has the author said about the old people tree? Which of the following combination of sentences best summarizes the answer? A. The old people knocked down the brick walls of an abandoned outhouse with its vigorous growth. There are people trees all over India, and people sometimes leave offerings of milk and flowers beneath them to keep the spirits happy. Govind said that once when he was a youth, he had wandered beneath a peepal tree late at night, and that something heavy had fallen with a thud on his shoulders. Since then, he had always walked with a slight stoop. Option B. The old people knocked down the brick walls of an abandoned outhouse with its vigorous growth. Grandmother wanted it cut down, but grandfather said they could always build another one. Govind was pleased but frightened of resident ghosts. As no one left any offerings under the tree, the author decided the ghosts must have left in disgust to look for trees offering board and lodging. Option C. The old people knocked down the brick walls of an abandoned outhouse with its vigorous growth, and there are people trees all over India, and people sometimes leave offerings of milk and flowers beneath them to keep the spirits happy. And the correct answer for this question is B. I think after reading B itself, you might have understood what would be the correct answer. So at times, you have to save on the time while you are very sure about the answer. Now, question number 2A is you have to fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the words provided after the passage. Okay, so I shall read the words given as well so that this should help you. First statement, when he saw the cottage over among some bushes with a rank growth of nettles at one end, he first, into brackets, think it was a miserable place. But then he came close to the peeling lime wash, the toned down ivy, sagging roof, the second into brackets break, stone doorstep, thick with trampled mud. He saw that it was a wretched house. The door, number three, into brackets stand, half open, stuck. He knocked at it and, fourth, into brackets listen to the acute silence. He knocked again firmly and thought he, fifth, into brackets here, thin whisperings. He did not like the point number six, into brackets hush. fear in the sounds and was just about, into brackets 7, into brackets knock peremptorily when there was a shuffling, and as quietly as an apparition, a woman, 8, into brackets is there. And the options given are, for the first statement, first option, thinks, thought, thinked. For the second one, breaks, broken, breaking. Third, stood, is standing, had been standing. For the fourth, was listening, had been listening, listened. Fifth, I could hear, had been hearing, was hearing. Sixth, hushing, hushed, hush. Seventh, knocked, knocking, to knock. Eighth, be, is, was. And the correct answer has already appeared on the screen, I think. So it will be easier for you. For the first one, he thought it was a miserable place. For the second, you can say breaking stone doorstep thick with trampled mud. He saw that it was a wretched house. The door stood half open, stuck. He knocked at it, and fourth, you can say listened to the acute silence. He knocked again firmly and thought he could hear thin whisperings. He did not like the hushed fear in the sounds and was just about to knock peremptorily when there was a shuffling, and as quietly as an apparition, a woman was there. So this is the right answer. I can't expect you to, write or give me the answer in such a short span, because when you're just hearing and you can't see it properly on your mobiles, it is really very difficult to answer, I understand. But friends, it is a kind of a practice for you all. So जब भी आप सॉल्व करेंगे वापस आप सुन ही सकते हो. I definitely know that it will help. Okay. Now coming to the next question, number B. Choose the correct option to fill in the blanks. First is surprised dash the noise. The judge called for silence. A. On. B. At. C. With. Fill in the correct option. And the correct answer is surprised at the noise. The judge called for silence. Very good, Mahi, very good. Where is Kiran Gaikwad? I hope you're listening. Have you left or what? बच्चा आप आंसर नहीं दे रहे. Okay. Question number B, second. Ravi's parents are not happy dash his behavior. A. For. B. By. C. With. So Ravi's parents are not happy dash his behavior. Correct. Ravi's parents are not happy with his behavior. Perfect. Now, question number B, third one. The colonel congratulated the soldiers dash their victory. And your options are A, besides, B, alongside, C, on. And the correct answer is on. The colonel congratulated the soldiers on their victory. Question number B, sub question 4. The planet was seen dash the telescope. And your options are A, outside, B, before, C, through. The correct answer is through. The planet was seen through the telescope. Now, question B, sub question 5. He's not afraid, dash the consequences. And your options are A, over, B, of, C, for. The correct answer is of. He is not afraid of the consequences. Now, question number B, sub question 6. He rushed, dash the class as he was late. A, into, B, onto, C, in. And the correct answer is he rushed into the class as he was late. Arushisha. Yes, Arushi, Mahi, Asta, Mohan, Rutuja. Keep answering. Question number 7. The school is famous, dash its sports achievements. A, of, B, for, C, besides. And the correct answer is for. The school is famous for its sports achievements. Question B, sub question 8. Dash being clever, he is brave. A, despite, B, besides, C, for. And the correct answer for this question is besides. So, besides being clever, he is brave. Question number C. Choose the correct option to join the following sentences without using an, but, or so. Altogether, there are 4 marks, so you have 4 sub questions, of which the first sub question is she sells seashells. She sells them on the seashore. And your options are A. She sells seashells on the seashore. Option B. The seashells which she sells are found on the seashore. Option C. She sells seashells which are on the seashore. And the correct answer is she sells seashells on the seashore. Question number C. Why are you upset? Did someone scold you? A. You're upset having been scolded by someone. B. She asked him why he was upset and if he had been scolded. C. Are you upset because someone scolded you? And the correct answer for this question is C. Are you upset because someone scolded you? Now, question number C, sub question 3. She has not seen the message, perhaps she may have chosen to ignore it. And your options are A. Perhaps she chose to ignore the message which she had seen. B. She may either have not seen the message or chosen to ignore it. C. Neither did she see the message nor ignore it. And the correct answer is she may either have not seen the message or chosen to ignore it. The next is question number 4. I often wake up late in the mornings and never late for the school. And your options are A. Although I often wake up late in the mornings, I'm never late for the school. B. I'm sometimes late for the school because I often wake up late in the mornings. C. I'm never late for the school because I usually wake up on time. And the correct answer for this question is A. Although I often wake up late in the mornings, I'm never late for the school. Now, question number D. Read each sentence with its instructions and choose the correct answer from the options provided beneath each. And the first is I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering as it was very cold. And you've been asked to use so. And the options are A. It was so cold that I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering. B. It was so difficult to stop my teeth from chattering it being cold. C. I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering, so it was very cold. And the correct answer for this question is A. It was so cold that I couldn't stop my teeth from chattering. Now, question number D, sub question 2. As soon as the vacation begins, my neighbor rushes to the seaside. And you have to begin with no sooner. And the options given are A. No sooner does my vacation begin than the neighbor rushes to the seaside. B. No sooner does the vacation begin than my neighbor rushes to the seaside. C. No sooner did the vacation begin when my neighbor rushed to the seaside. So the correct answer for this question is B. I want the students to keep on answering. So no sooner does the vacation begin than my neighbor rushes to the seaside. Question number D, sub question 3. Will you lend me the book tomorrow? Priya asked her classmate. Begin the statement with Priya asked her classmate if dash. And your options are A. Priya asked her classmate if he would lend her the book the next day. Option B. Priya asked her classmate if he would lend her the book tomorrow. Option C. Priya asked her classmate if he will lend her the book the day after. And the correct answer for this is A. Priya asked her classmate if he would lend her the book the next day. Question D, sub question 4. But for Leila's support, the woman would have lost her job. Begin the statement with had. And your options are A. Had Leila supported her, the woman would not have lost her job. B. Had Leila supported her, the woman would have lost her job. C. Had it not been for Leila's support, the woman would have lost her job. Answer fast. So the correct answer is C. Had it not been for Leila's support, the woman would have lost her job. Question number D, sub question 5. Herbert consulted his parents before accepting the job offer. Begin the statement. Herbert did not dash. And your options are A. Herbert did not forget to consult his parents before accepting the job offer. Option B. Herbert did not forget to consult his parents before accepting the job offer. C. Herbert did not consult his parents before accepting the job offer. And the correct answer for question number 5 is B. Herbert did not forget to consult his parents before accepting the job offer. Question D, sub-question 6. The tornado had been raging for several hours before people were moved to safety. Begin this statement with the people. And your options are A. The people were moved to safety before the tornado had been raging for several hours. B. The people were moved to safety only while the tornado had been raging for several hours. Option C. The people were moved to safety only after the tornado had been raging for several hours. So answer me for question number 6. And the correct answer is C. The people were moved to safety only after the tornado had been raging for several hours. Question D, sub question 7. Put your tools away. The children may fall over them. Use this statement or use lest in the statement. And your options are A. Put your tools away lest the children may fall over them. Option B. Put your tools away lest the children fall over them. Option C. Put your tools away, children. Let's fall over them. And the correct answer is A. Put your tools away lest the children may fall over them. Question D, sub question 8. Unless you begin now, you will never finish. Use if. And your options are A. If you never finish, you must begin now. B. If you do not begin now, you will never finish. C. If you begin now, you will never finish. And the correct answer for this eighth question is B. If you do not begin now, you will never finish. So, friends, this is one entire paper of 40 marks that we have solved on behalf of Intelletics just to give you a practice of English language. And this was the second paper that we have solved. Many more to go. Your suggestions are definitely welcome. Your comments also welcome. If you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel so that you're benefited maximum with this. Thank you so much.